Hello. All right, you all, I am back. I wanted to come back on to talk about something. I want to leave you all with some gems that I know will be helpful for you going forward, whatever it is you decide to do. And you have to forgive, I got a lot going on in this chair right now. But anyway, look, you all, I want to leave you with a tip that could completely change your life. And I do mean it really and truly could. It is a tip. It is one of the key things that I give to my clients, and it is gems. Now, there's so many other things that are part of my system, but this is one of those that I would love to impart with you. And so if you are currently working a 9-to-5 job, a 8-to-4 job, whatever it is, if you're working for someone right now, you are in such a great position to set yourself up for success for wherever it is that you are headed. So regardless of whether or not your goal is to, land another job, paying more money, just something that's more in line with what it is you want to be career-wise, or if your goal is to start your own business, you do not want to leave without this thing. And it is a career portfolio. You all do not click off of this video. Stay on here with me. I'm telling you, do not click off of this video. Listen, I'm gonna share something with you, and I'm hoping, oh, you know what? You can't even see my screen. That's all right, because I'm hoping this video still stays on so you can see me. But a career portfolio, you all, you absolutely need to have that. Yeah, good. So you can still see me. All right. Well, so a career portfolio is basically proof of what it is that you have accomplished in your role in your job. And I would just say, for me, someone like me that has been aware of this, you all, I have been emailing this stuff to myself for the last 15 years. Like literally, I can go back in my email account and go pull up, sales reports, commission reports, performance evaluations. If somebody said, "Atta girl, you're doing a great job, Chawn." We couldn't have done this without Chawn. Somebody gave me a letter of recommendation. If there was a presentation that I put together, all of those things are in my portfolio. And you can have a formal portfolio you want, or you can have an informal portfolio. But let me just say this, it's not just about just having a portfolio, it's also knowing what to do with it. And that's what I teach you to do. That's one of the things that I teach my clients to do. There's some, I guess, pretty standard things that you can put in a career portfolio. The idea of a career portfolio, you all, is not a new concept. Let me just say that. It's not a new thing. However, what is new and very signature to me in my program is, one, the items that go into the portfolio that will really help you to take things to the next level. How I know? Because of the results that I'm getting with my clients too, and the feedback that they're getting when they go on these interviews. Okay, so is the items that go in the portfolio, and more importantly is what you actually do with those to, one, help you to land more interviews, and two, to help you to negotiate that salary, you all. So I'm not going to share with you how you do that because you have to sign up for my program. I will tell you this right here is being able to walk in the door with a career portfolio can, as far as being able to negotiate a higher salary, you all, how you go about negotiating that salary. See, think about it. Actually, I just talked to a woman who owns a recruitment firm, and one of the things that she told me about, and actually, I just talked to another gentleman who is looking to hire recruiters, and someone who does business development as well. But anyway, one of the things that they both mentioned was that, one, you have candidates that are lying in their resume, so they're being dishonest. And so I'm thinking to myself, if I'm an employer and I've made maybe some not so good hires, I might be a little bit more reluctant when it comes to paying people what their worth is, or maybe going above and beyond to compensate them, because I'm potentially assuming risk with hiring this new person. What does a career portfolio do for you? How is it going to differentiate you from maybe these millennials that are walking in the door? Absolutely no problem with millennials, but I'm just saying is that not only, let's say for you that have degrees, if you don't have a degree, but you've got the last 10 to 30 years of work experience, and you're walking in the door with proof of what it is that you're saying. That means that you're saying, I can do this job. And let me just show you. And by the way, I teach my clients to show not only can I do this job, I can do this job well. And I'm not going to tell you how I teach my clients how to do that. Again, if you want that, you're going to have to sign up for my program. But I will say this, what the portfolio says is, here's the proof that I'm good at what I do. And so if I'm an employer and I'm thinking about hiring someone, one, I'm probably going to go with that person right there. You know, am I going to go with the person that in theory can potentially do the job, that there's some risk, or the person that's coming to the table saying to me, hey, by the way, that's another thing I teach my clients to do is what is your algorithm for success? And so you're walking in the door saying, hey, this is what I've done in my past. This is how well I've done it. Here's the proof of how well I've done it. Here's how I did it. And this is what I'm going to do for you. That's what I give to my clients. But let me just say, this portfolio, you all, let me kind of give you an idea of some of the things that you want to put in there. I kind of ran through the list. But some of the things that you may want to put in your portfolio are, for those of you that have degrees or certifications, put that in there. You would not believe how many people lie about that. People are lying about the fact that they have college degrees. Okay, put your degree in your portfolio. If you're a part of any types of associations, put that in there. Samples of your work. For those of you, especially those of you who are in corporate, put samples of your work in there. And I would even say, like, if you're someone like an engineer, then take pictures. Like, you need to start collecting that stuff now. Like, you need to be in the mindset of, one, thinking about the impact that you're having on the job when you're there. Please, you all, understand what I'm telling you. You need to start being mindful of the impact that you're having. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Again, you're going to have to sign up for my program if you want me to go into detail about that. But I would say, at the very least, you all, do not leave your next job, the job that you're at right now, I'm sorry, without proof of how well you've done your job. Something so simple as having one of these documents that I'm telling you about could literally mean the difference in you making an additional $10,000 a year up to $50,000 a year. How do I know this? And actually, I had a couple of clients that made an additional $50, almost $60,000 a year in income. Seriously, this is what we're talking about here. So samples of your work. If you've done a presentation, like I said, if you're an engineer, let's just say you work in manufacturing, like, shoot, take a picture of the stuff, your work as you're assembling this stuff to show the quality of your work. If you, as a matter of fact, if you were had to put together a schematic for a design, right? Take a picture of the design. Take that stuff and email it to yourself. I mean, all of my stuff is in my email account, by the way. Letters of recommendation, performance reviews, which I'm hearing now employers are doing less performance reviews, like written performance reviews. Ask for them to give you something in writing. And you can find a very clever way of getting them to give you your performance review. Ask them, you know what, I want to make sure that I'm doing a good job. So it's important for me that I start, being an accountable employee. And I just kind of want to be able to be mindful of the areas that I need to work on, so that, like, when I come back to my next review with you, that I'm actually working on increasing the metrics in this area. Okay. So your performance reviews, I'm trying to think of, I absolutely cannot give you my signature items, but I will tell you all, my signature items will put this thing over the list. I mean, over the moon. Like, seriously, this will get you in the house. How do I know? Feedback that I get from interviewers and recruiters for my clients. So let me see this. I see I've got a few people that are on here. I don't know if you guys have questions. Like, how many of you actually have a career portfolio? I am so shocked. Like, even for some of the people that I worked with, right? I mean, I've worked for people, like I worked for the Big C. I'm not going to say who the Big C is, but I worked for the big C, and a lot of the people that I worked with actually worked in sales type of positions. And you would be surprised how many people don't keep their awards. You all, I just have a few of my awards. I don't know if you can see them, but here's some of my awards up on the wall. My Pinnacle Award right here. I don't know if you can see that. I got my Pinnacle Award right there. And, you know, I keep these things, you all. Somebody told me they threw away their awards. Like, what are you thinking about? Why would you throw that away? I mean, and if you were going to throw it away, like, take a picture of it. Anything, you all, I'm just saying, any proof of the work that you've done. Oh, by the way, that's another thing, like reports. You want to be able to remember, the purpose of you getting this is you want to demonstrate how well you've done your job. So anything that demonstrates the impact that you're having in the company, if anything that shows like the revenue that you're bringing into the company, the money you're saving the company, if there is a project that you worked on, where's the darn project plan? Get that stuff. And if you're not the one that's actually putting together the plan itself, then get that, find a clever way, you all, to get this. Do not leave your job without this. You all hear what I'm telling you. The next time you apply for a job, you're going to thank me. That's what I'm going to tell you. So I would like to know if any of you have a career portfolio, and I would imagine you probably don't. And this may even be news to you, because most of you may be thinking the only people that have portfolios are artists. Let me just say, for you business owners, do you have a portfolio? You need to have a business portfolio as well. You need to be able, let me just say this, for you business owners, entrepreneurs, you know, the reason why you're struggling with charging more for your products and services, and you keep wavering on that, and the reason why you probably don't charge a consultation fee, and you have clients that sign up for your services, I mean, for a consultation and don't show up, is because of something this simple, is being able to have proof of what it is that you do. Because here it is, in people's mind, they need to know what it is that they're getting. So if on the front end, if you can let people get a sample of what it is that you do, this could mean the difference in you charging somebody, let's say, $200 for your services, and being able to say, I charge $1,000, and I don't care what Billy Joe Bob is charging down the street. You know, you can go waste $200 for the next 3-4 people, or you can come to me and I can show you something that's actually getting results. Now, I can't promise you results, because it varies from person to person, right? But I can show you what I have been doing with other people that's getting such great results. And here's the proof of my work. Okay, so I need you to start doing that. And actually, when I work with business and entrepreneurs, you all, one of the things that I start working with them is putting in place the infrastructure so that you can have proof of how well you do what it is that you do. Because, like, you know, it's so funny, because I hear people talk about they go into job interviews, and you talk about, you know, I'm good at what I do. Prove it. That's what I'm thinking in my mind, because guess what? You, in the last 20, 30, 40 people that have interviewed for this job, have said the exact same thing. As a matter of fact, before you even get to the table, to even get to the interview, you have to have someone call you in for an interview. So let me just say, the pool of talent that these companies are pulling from, and I would even say for you entrepreneurs, the pool of people that they're pulling from is huge. So how do you differentiate yourself? How do you stand out? How do you put yourself in a position where you don't even have any competition? This is how you do it. You show proof of how well you do your job. There's a whole bunch of people out there overnight just popping up talking about they're an expert in something. I'm sorry, I stole that from somebody else that I had a conversation. Actually, a client this morning kind of told me that, but it's true. And so, you know, differentiating yourself from everybody else, this portfolio is going to do that. I wish I thought I was sharing my screen, you all. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come back on, because I do want to show you a list. No, I'm just going to post it. I will come back and just post it. Peace, how you doing? Steez, how you doing, brother? Thank you so much for tuning in. Talk of the Town Entertainment. I would love to see what that's all about. For sure, I would love to. That sounds like something that I might be interested in. I am working on getting myself more into the public speaking space, you all, because I have seen and done a lot. I'll be 42 this year, and I have been blessed with the ability, the intuitiveness. I'm an empath. I don't know if any of you know what that is, but you all, I have been blessed with some gifts, and for whatever reason, I have been given the gift of sight to be able to see things that a lot of people can't. And to be honest with you, I don't have a college degree, but so how was I able to, make six figures, make over $1 million in a few years, manage a $400 million program for a top-ranked Fortune 500 company, you all, a company that it is definitely a boys' club, so they don't hire a lot of brown people, and they most certainly don't hire brown women, and they most certainly don't hire brown women without college degrees. So how was I able to do that? And so the secrets that I am sharing with you come from that. But let me just say this too. A lot of that also stems from this gift that has been given to me, and that's why I knew I couldn't stay in corporate. Here it is, I'm making you $400 million a year, over that, by the way. And the thanks I get, it was just a lot of stuff I dealt with. I know my value. See, that's why a lot of you still in relationships where you're going through a whole bunch of mess because you don't know your value. The reason why you're still working on that job and feel like you're stuck, answer that phone, baby, is because you don't know your value, and you're going to continue to stay in that relationship until you put yourself in a position of understanding your value. You all, this right here, I would say the program that I have in place of being able to help you to understand your value, even though it just seems like, okay, what is about helping you to make more money, understand that I'm teaching you a principle that can be applied to so many other areas of your life. This is truly the secret to how this whole country is run, you all. And I think once you start to understand how things work, you can start to connect the dots. You all, if you don't understand how this thing that you live in works, you will continue to be behind. And that's why our people are in the position that we're in now. So I'm trying to share some secrets with you. And I would even say it is so much to work through with our people because we have our eyes closed. They have closed our eyes, and most of us, like the web that they have weaved for us is just so compounded we can't even get past any of that. So anyway, what I'm saying is that I think introducing you and giving you just a little bit might just be the gateway to open Pandora's box. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. If any of you are interested in, assistance, I don't actually put together the portfolio, you all, but what I do is I provide you, my program is most certainly like a rites of passage. It works a lot better when you are actually the one doing the work, because guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to have the conviction to speak about these things when it's time for you to do an interview. And these things and the verbiage, like my verbiage is what it is. Like, I'm just saying I use certain language because of the positions I worked in inside of corporate. So there's language that I would put in your career marketing tools that you may not necessarily put in there. And so I have actually had this happen where I can get you in the door because I know what to put in there, and meaning you get the interview, but then guess what? When you get to the interview, you don't get the job. Okay. So that's going to be a problem. So I would just say, you all, again, if you are interested, if you are ready to put yourself on the pathway to freedom, and you define what freedom is. Let me just say this, this thing, freedom, you all, is a very complex thing, and because you have lived in captivity most of your life, and understand what I'm saying, mental captivity most of your life, most of you have no idea what the heck freedom is. You have no idea. And I'm just saying to you that I have been pursuing this thing for a long time, and believe me, there's no way in the world you can put it inside of a box. And I'm still discovering every day freedom more and more. So if I can at least provide you with the tools to help you to earn more money, save more money so that you can fund your freedom. And I would just say freedom in a limited way. I'm going to give you the tools that you can build upon to go pursue freedom, the rest of freedom, the more to life. That's what I want to do. You all, I am really and truly passionate about this. I'm passionate about it. I feel like this is what I'm working on, and I hate, you know, I don't want to try to impose what I want for my life on other people, because some people may just say, I just want to make money so I can be inside of this system and get myself in more debt, you know, make more money and then go buy nice cars and buy clothes, like stuff that means absolutely nothing. You know, that's your choice. I'll be honest with you. If I find out that that's what your interest is, I'm probably not going to help you. That's not what it is that I'm here for. I'm not interested in helping people to get deeper into this thing and you lose yourself mentally. Like, honestly, my goal is to put you in a position where you can start to discover yourself. And that's the other thing too, freedom. Freedom is the ability to be able to connect and just be. You probably don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. And I'm just saying, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that in that way. I have to watch what I say sometimes. But what I'm saying is to be. You might think you're yourself right now, but I can assure you, if you're eating food that these people give you, and it's got all these chemicals in it, if you have been through the educational system here in this country, if you are watching TV, then I can tell you for sure that you are not being. And so, you know, the gift, again, that I give to you. So today I'm talking about helping you to use a tool, a career portfolio, to help you to land a better job, one, to start landing interviews, land your ideal job, and then also to negotiate a higher salary so you can fund your freedom. That's what we're talking about today. But know that this conversation is a part of a much grander vision that I have. And so I just got to, you know, spoon feed people, give you a little bit at a time. Anyway, peace, brother. How you doing? I see you. All right. So I'm on a roll, you all. I'm in a really good place right now, working on some really big things. I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit overwhelmed with opportunities that continue to come to me. I'm like, man, I'm just a little girl. Like, I don't know if I want to run for Congress, but I don't know, you all. It looks like that might be one of the things that is in the future for me. It's potentially running for Congress to start to have an impact. So I asked for your support before, like when I'm sharing information. Excuse me. I ask that you like the post, that you share the post, and there's so many other things that keep you distracted. This is one of those that you don't want to miss out on. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of mention someone that just recently lost their lives fighting for you, you all. I mean, when you have people that are out here trying to make a difference for you, I mean, the least you can do is just like a post, share the post. If it's not of interest to you, share the post, you all, because guess what? In the end, you could potentially benefit from somebody else's work. So that's nothing. I mean, really. And I would say if you're not willing to do that, then you're not worthy of the benefit. But unfortunately, you will be a beneficiary of it. And I hate to say it like that, but it's the absolute truth. So on that note, you all, I'm gonna log off of here because I want to come back on. I do want to do a resume review. I'm going to start doing more of those because I see the last one that I did has gotten a lot of traction, and you guys seem to really appreciate when I do these resume reviews. So I'm going to do that. But I do want to say this, you all, what I do is so much more than a resume review. I mean, resumes. I don't do resumes, by the way. I have templates and I can do a resume, but I'm a strategist. So I actually give you the tools to be able to use, like regardless of what the tool is. It could be some other thing, some other tool. And my job is the one to help you understand how to use that tool to get you to where you want to get to, leveraging the secret, okay? So I'm so sorry, I'm getting choked up here. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here. Thanks for the love. Thank you so much. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here, and I'm going to come back on because I want to share with you. I want to share some information. I'm thinking this resume review, the last one I did was a civil engineer. I'm thinking Maybe you guys can give me some suggestions. Hi, thank you. Maybe you guys can give me some. Let me think. I think I want to do a doctor. I'm going to do a physician or a nurse. That's what I'm going to do. Something maybe high profile or something like that. So anyway, let me jump off of here. I'm going to come back on, all right, and do a resume review. All right. Bye.